Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yorkie Man here and welcome back to another episode of my Football Manager 2018 save here with Olympic Lyonnais, and things have progressed some more. And we have had a transfer window and literally I thought nothing was going to happen until the final day, and a little bit of business happened. We lost, I don't know if you class him as a key player, but we lost quite an important player, but we have replaced him and I felt like we could afford to lose him. And it does leave us in quite a healthy position considering how well things are going. Let's quickly just run through the transfers, as that is the bit that is the most important. Of note as well, Cameron Carter-Vickers we signed on a pre-contract, if that's how you call it now. So basically not much happened, but then Bertrand Traore went to Bayern Munich for 16 million. He's a little bit of a loss really, to be honest with you, because he has been fantastic for us if we look at his career stats, but I think 16 million is a good amount of money. But I mean, last season wasn't superb, but this season it hit the ground running, obviously catching the attention of Bayern Munich, not surprised whatsoever. But we have lost him. It's a little bit of a shame, but I could see it coming, and I think it's probably best for him to move on. We do still have players who could play in that right-sided position as well as Fekir. We've also lost Alfred Gomez to AC Milan. He was our backup keeper this season, and I was more than happy really to let him go. What did we bring him in for? For 675k he's gone for. Brought him in for a free, so we've made a profit off of him, and he didn't really play for us. So who did we bring in? We started off the spending with Unai Lopez, who was a 23-year-old Spaniard. Nothing unbelievable, but I needed backup for the advanced playmaker role. Since we loaned out that Hassam since we loaned out him, we didn't really have any backup for Fekir when I was playing an attacking midfielder advanced playmaker, which this guy plays correctly. He seems okay in the role, to be honest with you, quite decent. So we brought him in as backup, but as per usual, new signings like to get injured very quickly. Replacement, not actual fully replacement, but someone who I feel like can definitely do a job and has some unfinished business in the French league as well as football itself, was Anwar El Ghazi. We signed him for 7 million, rising to 8.75 as long as he does the business. Only 3-star rating, but I take no notice of that. His value's instantly shot up to 16.5 million. He's 23, the Dutch youngster. His crossing of 13 and dribbling of 16 was just major. Like, I was definitely going in for him. He's pretty quick as well, good flair, not bad off the ball. His work rate's not fantastic, but I can deal with it, and his technique's decent. So he's really the kind of player that we're looking for. More inside forward that we play, but he still looks pretty decent apart from his composure. But I'm quite happy to play a winger on that side as well and look to get the ball in to Yeli Vossen. So he wasn't really the replacement, but he was the guy who we brought in as extra depth on that side. We also signed Dani Vivian from Athletic Bilbao for 4.1 million. He looks like a brilliant central defender as it is now. His determination could be better, but I will get him tutored as soon as possible. But with heading of 15, marking of 15 and tackling of 15 at 19-year-old, I could not turn him down, and his potential ability is 5 stars. He's already 2.5-star rated. He's just a superb player all around. And to be honest with you, now in defence I feel quite strong, because with Marcelo and B were aging, and Tonelli pretty decent, but bringing in Jors Gunnagan and now Dani Vivian, I do feel much more comfortable in central defence. But that is the transfers we made. Also the schedule. So we played Bayern Munich last while. We did go quite far forward. Oh, I didn't realise. Well, obviously I'm going to get more business end games. We did draw Chelsea in the Champions League. I have very little hope. Very little hope. But hey, you never know. We shouldn't be there, really, let's be honest. So, was it definitely... Am I 100% right? It was Bayern Munich last. It was, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Bayern Munich last. I'm pretty positive it was Bayern Munich last. So we went and played PSG and beat them 1-0. Nabil Fekir getting the goal. We then drew against Strasbourg. Yeli Vossen scoring in the 80th minute to give us a draw there. We then beat Lille in the Cup 4th round. Evandro scoring. We then played against Reims and beat them 3-0. Bertrand Traore, Yeli Vossen and Thomas Partey. We drew against Rennes 1-1. Bertrand Traore getting the goal for us. They scored in the 92nd minute, so that was frustrating. Then in the 9th round of the French Cup, we won 4-1 against Ansé FC. Brian Lasme, Thomas Partey and Amain Guri getting 2 goals, which was good to see. Then played FC Metz, and Thomas Partey and Elmer Nambulin scored for us. Bordeaux we drew with Yeli Vossen scoring. I mean, to be honest with you, a draw against Bordeaux is quite a decent result. We then won at 3-1 against that team. Evandro getting a double and Thomas Partey scoring. Evandro seems to have been a really good signing. Considering his star rating, I would 100%, lads, not go off of star rating wholly. Go off stats, because players who are 3-star rated, Evandro is 3-star rated, apparently miles behind Memphis Depay. He's having a great season though. We then played FC Lyon very recently, beating 2-0. William Goubel scoring for the first time in a long time, and Bertrand Traore. We then played PSG, a massive game in the Cup semi-final. So we are actually in the final of a Cup, which will be played against Gunamp. Gunamp, interestingly, we went in for one of their players to replace Bertrand Traore. We were beaten 3-1, Yeli Vossen scoring, Memphis Depay and Jors Gunnagan. So with the Gunamp situation, we did go in for one of their players. We went... Who did we go in for now? We went in for... Is Marcus Coco. We couldn't manage to pull the deal off. It was pretty frustrating that we couldn't get the deal over the line. They wanted an extra player to come in, which was a bit frustrating. But in the end, we just couldn't get a deal off, which... Hey, it happens, you can't get them all, and he is a player in the future. I would definitely look at signing. Watford want him, and he isn't too bad. His estimated cost is up to 10 million. He looks like a really good French youngster. So maybe in the summer we can perk up our interest in him again, but for right now, I feel quite confident in the squad. We are playing really well. We've not lost many, so I'm confident in the squad that we can do well this season. So we're going against Toulouse. They're 3rd in the league. Let me just show you the competitions. Let me just show you where we're at compared to last season. Monaco are having a shocker, really, to be honest. In their stand, they should be challenging PSG. We're on 45 points. The next team to us in 3rd is 39 points. So Toulouse, a victory against Toulouse today really is good, considering we still have a game in hand. This is just turning out to be a really decent season for us, a very good season indeed. We seem to be achieving everything we want to achieve. We're in a final already. Hopefully we can reach the semis of the French Cup as well. The knockout round, it just seems to be going well. I haven't disrupted the squad too much. Let's go to the tactics. Let's just have a quick look at the team. This is the team I'm going to start. Fakir on the right, Memphis on the left, and Yeli Vossen up front. Papa Cheque, Santa Maria and Ferry across the middle. It's simply because I have some fitness issues. Nambulin, Gunnagan, Tonelli and Tete at the back, and Lopez in the goalkeeper position. Lopez is kicking up a fuss because apparently I didn't sign better players. There were some players I looked at that was a lot more expensive than El Ghazi, but I just thought, in my honest opinion, we've done so well so far, unlike the Intersave not spending loads of money. There were a few pre-contracts that I nearly went in for that would have been really big wages, but we've done well at signing younger players and trying to progress the squad that way. So I'm going to do that because although Lyon have a lot of money, the budgets I'm getting aren't great, so I need to sign really well to make sure I've got an all-round squad to do well in France, and hopefully we can start to challenge soon against PSG, although they do have just a ridiculous squad. El Ghazi will get the number 7, and the teams are warming up. Hopefully this is another victory. We've done so well in the league this season. I forgot this is the return of Moreno. Return of Moreno. How else has he been doing? Watch him have done really well. He's done pretty well this season for Toulouse, to be fair, with 11 goals, 4 assists. That's not too bad really for him, but I just felt like we needed someone better. I'm still convinced that Yeli Vossen will have next season, and we don't need to sign another striker because Goubels and Guri will be our future strike force, but I'm not 100% yet. And over to assistant, that seemed to go off nicely. Let's put the league table up here because we don't really need to be looking at that right now. Does it want to go up here? And hopefully we can pick up a victory here. I'm going to chuck a shout out there straight away. I don't know if anybody else has noticed. Well, of course everybody else has noticed, but there must have been a patch because when you click on tactics, this is the screen that comes up. This never used to be the screen that came up, so It was a bit of a shock to the system the first time I saw that screen. I was a bit like, well, what the fuck is going on here? Hopefully, pick up a victory here. We're dominating. Apparently we're not turning domination demand more. I don't know if we should really be countering against a team like this. In fact, I'm not gonna. Screw it. Let's go for the more controlled tactics. Santa Maria can play that advanced playmaker. Memphis isn't great as a winger, so I'm going to play him as an inside forward support. And I will play Fakir as the attacking player down there on the right hand side. Vossen, not even just Vossen, like my strikers in general. I don't know if it's my formations because the wingers do seem to get a lot of looks. But my strikers in general just do not seem to have consistency in performances. Vossen's definitely been the most consistent goal scorer, but look, he's having a bad game today. He's not really been in it. And that seems to happen a lot with my team. Right, so you still win this, keep working hard. Which is exactly what I would say. You can win this. Hopefully we do win this. If you've reached this point in the episode, guys, well, please leave a like. Feel free to comment, questions, suggestions on future transfer signings. Remember, we're going for the young theme. Hopefully, maybe a little bit more of a French theme. I nearly went in for the Argentine Lucas Boy, who I'm still really tempted to go in for, to be honest with you, in summer. Because, for key goal scorers, because he's not really expensive at all. And I think he turns out to be an absolute beast in this game. So I'm quite tempted to go back in for him. Wow, Monaco are losing 3-1, 4-1 against FC Lyon, a team we just beat. Oh, that's great for him. So let's put Fakir here. He can have a bigger impact. Let's bring on El Ghazi here as the winger attack. And let's keep Memphis on. Let's keep Vossen on. Let's bring Manquillo on for Kenny Tete. See how this works. I also want to say thank you guys for the people who have been supporting the series so far. It means quite a lot. I mean, I know the earlier episodes have got way more hits than the rest, but it's just appreciated. To be honest with you, literally, if 2 people watch this, I would still continuously do this just because I enjoy it. Let's be honest. Hopefully, we can pick up something here. We do not look as if we're threatening at all. Seems very stalemate-like. Is this the moment, though? No. Cheque. Play that out. Fakir. To Papa Cheque. Ferry. Wide. That's frustrating. Not a shot on target. Neither team, but us not a shot on target. Dominated possession. Is it because Jelly Vossen's up there on his front? By himself? Let's put Guri up there. Let's try that. Not a shot on target, that's frustrating. We've now had a shot on target. It looks... Nabil Fakir's picked up a knock. It's typical. Looks as if that's going to be it. Another 0-0 live com. How frustrating is that? We just beat... Should have live com PSG. We just beat PSG 3-1. And the live com, the game I choose for live com is a 0-0. It's a pretty decent 0-0 against a rival to lose. We definitely should have got more shots on target, but it's quite frustrating. Do I put... I want to keep morale high. Morale's dropped a little bit thanks to Mr. fucking Lopez. But I want to keep morale high. That's a bit frustrating though. So we're going to play Montpellier now. We're definitely going to come back with games more... that was a big update. That was probably the biggest update of the season. I am going to come back. Do I come back with a Chelsea game? Or do I come back with a second leg That's very soon. It's so frustrating. What do I choose? I think I'm going to come back with the first leg. And let's see how we get on in the first leg, because the cup final will definitely be a live com, which isn't that far away. So if we're still in it in the first leg, I will probably bring the second leg and then the cup final. I feel like league games at the minute, you just don't need to see. The updates are more than enough, and let's be honest, we keep getting boring league games for live coms. So I'm definitely, that's it. I'm going to come back with the Chelsea game. Anyway guys, thanks a lot for watching this episode. I appreciate you all, and I will see you in the next one.